This morning, awaiting the president. What to expect from the president's visit here in Madison today, what he's touching on, and how it could potentially save you money.
And here's a live look outside this morning. We're going to be witnessing a solar eclipse today. Find out when it'll happen and if we're going to have any cloud cover to get in the way.
Yeah, it looks like some of those clouds on the way out as our storm system wrapping up. We are looking at some sunshine today. We'll have that solar eclipse forecast coming up.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on this Monday, April 8th, a very busy one. I'm Josh Breiter.
I'm Chris Stanford. Appreciate you tuning in on this busy Monday. We're starting off with a live look at the White House here because the president waking up this morning in D.C. and then he's going to have a bit of a trip today. He's got a few stops, including a big one here in Madison. He's going to go to Chicago after that. Of course, this all comes as the race for president really heats up. We're going to have team coverage of his visit this morning and throughout the day.
We want to start with First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka, though, on the forecast because we got a lot going on, including that solar eclipse, Kelly. So what can we expect today?
Yeah, well, the good news is the clouds are moving on out. We've got the system that brought us all the rain yesterday, kind of a gray, drippy day throughout the day. That's moving on out. There are still some clouds off to our west. Some of these may skirt areas to the west of Madison going into the afternoon, but I think in Madison areas to the south, I think we should actually see quite a bit of sunshine for that eclipse, which occurs early this afternoon. In fact, actually now our visibility forecast is actually updated. It's gotten a little bit better. Even areas to the north and west of Madison may see a little bit of cloud cover toward the Adels, Camp Douglas, Watoma area. All the green shading indicating good viewing, meaning clear skies for that eclipse that occurs between noon and about 3 o'clock. All right, temperatures right now starting out in the mid-40s. We're at 45 in Madison, 46 in DeForest, 46 currently in Oregon. We are looking at mild temperatures today, breezy, a mix of clouds and sun. Mild weather throughout most of this week going into the weekend. So as mentioned, it looks like we will see quite a bit of sunshine. Some clouds streaming into the Lone Rock area, Boscobel, the Dells. But I would expect partly sunny skies, a little bit more sunshine from Madison areas to the south as we head into the low to mid-60s today. It's going to be a breezy day, but rather mild. 45 right now as the sun is coming up. Temperatures in the 50s throughout the morning hours with that southerly wind picking up at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mild week ahead. We'll see if we have any rain chances in that 10-day forecast coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. 6:02 right now to our Campaign 2024 coverage. The President Biden's visit to Madison today.
We now know his schedule for the day. The president will head to Wisconsin from the Philadelphia International Airport shortly after 10 o'clock this morning. He'll arrive at Dane County Regional around 11. Biden will talk about lowering costs for Americans in Madison at 12:15, and then about an hour later, he'll leave for Chicago. Our live team coverage of the president's trip begins this morning.
Shane Hogan is live at the Dane County Regional Airport awaiting the president this morning. Shane, good morning to you.
Hey guys, good morning. That's right. We are awaiting President Biden. He's expected to land here at about 11 a.m. here at Dane County Regional Airport. And we now know exactly what the president will be discussing when he gets to Madison today. Student loan relief. The administration just releasing new information this morning about exactly who can potentially see that student loan relief. We're going to have much more in detail on that coming up in our next half hour. Now, President Biden has visited Wisconsin 3 times since the start of 2024. He's visited the state 10 times since being elected to president. Now, he's been focusing on counties, his visits. Back in March, he was in Milwaukee, again visiting Dane County and Madison later today. And, you know, you might be wondering, why does President Biden and the administration continue to hit counties that Democrats have overwhelmingly won in the past? Well, I talked to a political expert, and one reason for them to continue to hit these bluer counties is because minority voters are still at play.
And so Milwaukee and Madison are places where groups of voters who may be, and whose votes may be up for grabs, who could be persuadable, are concentrated. Most of the rest of the state, the assumption is that they're locked in. They're either Biden supporters or they're Trump supporters. Now, that assumption may not be entirely.
Now, Dr. Schwaber also says it's still pretty early in the campaign. He expects things to ramp up this summer between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Now, the president is again expected to land here at Dane County Regional at about 11 o'clock this morning. He will head to Chicago after his stop here in Madison. We will have full team coverage throughout the day here on News 3 Now and online at channel3000.com. Chris, Josh.
Shane Hogan live at the Dane County Regional Airport this morning. Shane, thank you.
Meantime, Republicans are trying to get their message out. In recent days, they've blasted Biden for his border and economic policies. Donald Trump was just in Wisconsin last week holding a rally at the Resch Center in Green Bay during the primary. Tuesday's results saw 13% of GOP voters cast their ballots for Nikki Haley, who has been out of the race for a month. Here's what the Trump campaign's national press secretary had to say about those numbers on For the Record.
We're very confident that Republicans and independents and even disillusioned Democrats who realize we cannot have 4 more years of Joe Biden's policies will come back and vote for President Trump. We're reaching out to all Americans who want to make this country great again.
President Joe Biden's administration is making a profound difference, a profound impact on people all across Wisconsin. That's what folks ought to know. And that's in sharp contrast to what Donald Trump claims to have done for Wisconsin.
Last week's results also display the uphill battle for Biden among his own party. The president's visit to Madison is set to be met with protests today.
It's become an increasing trend as the president faces significant criticism from left-leaning voters over his handling of the Israel-Hamas war. Today, the organization Madison for a World Beyond War plans to demonstrate outside of where Biden will be speaking. That will begin at 11 this morning, coinciding with the president's arrival in the capital city. The organization calls for the U.S. to refrain from arming Israel, Ukraine, and other nations in wars. A statement from the group's co-coordinator, Stefani Asani, says, quote, the world's leading weapons dealer, the U.S. government, should send no more weapons to Ukraine, Israel, or anyone or anywhere in the world. We know that these billions of dollars of the tax money are urgently needed for humans and the planet, not for weapons to kill and maim people.
Those protesters turned out last week for the primaries. More than double the people who secured the presidency for Biden in 2020 voted uninstructed Tuesday. More than 48,000 votes were cast for uninstructed compared to the 20,000 that Biden won by in 2020.
This morning, the latest Marquette Law School poll shows a swing nationally in independent voters. Comparing polling of registered voters from February to March, President Biden is up 10 percentage points among voters who identify as independent. Former President Trump is down 9 points. Trump also lost 5 points among Republicans. In that same poll for registered voters, both President Biden and former President Trump are both at 50%. Margin of error there of 4.3%. Among likely voters, it's 52 to 48 in favor of President Biden, but well within the margin of error. These results include voters who initially said they would vote for someone else or would not vote.
So Biden with a little bit of an advantage of the people who say they're most likely to vote. My caution is likelihood of voting can change a lot between now and November. It's important to know where it stands today, but things can change quite a bit over these next 6 months.
Poll director Charles Franklin also noted that 11% of registered Democratic voters did not vote for Biden in the primaries, while 22% of Republicans did not back Donald Trump. He says this suggests neither party has unified beyond its nominee.
Former President Trump's campaign says it's raised $50.5 million just on Saturday as his campaign works to catch up to President Joe Biden and the Democrats. The event took place at the Palm Beach home of billionaire John Paulson. It now sets a new single event fundraising record and is almost double the $26 million that Biden's campaign said that it raised in that recent Radio City Music Hall fundraiser.
Nationwide right now, our fundraising is exploding. President Trump and the RNC just announced that in the month of March, we raised more than $65 million. That is very exciting, but we're more excited about the fact that our campaign is fueled by grassroots donors across this great country. Our average donation online is $4. We are significantly outpacing Joe Biden's campaign when it comes to those small dollar donations, and that tells us that we are fueled.
According to a recent Reuters report, large contributions have made up 65% of former President Trump's fundraising compared to 55% for President Biden. You can follow along with all of our team coverage of the president's visit today on air and online and through the News 3 Now mobile app.
6:09 right now. 5 people are dead after a crash in the town of West Point. It happened shortly before noon yesterday on Highway 60. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office says a car crossed the center line and collided head-on with a pickup. 4 of the 5 people involved were pronounced dead at the scene. The other was taken to a hospital where they later died. The names of those who died have not been released as the families are being notified. An investigation is still ongoing.
Time right now is 6:09. Let's check in with Kelly Slifka and see what's coming up in your first one forecast. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, we've got some sunshine breaking through the clouds this morning, and we are calling for some breezy, mild conditions. We'll have that solar eclipse forecast coming up.
And ahead in sports, can the Bucks finally end their losing run with the playoffs fast approaching?
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Get a new 2024 Tundra Hybrid Capstone for 3.99% APR for 60 months, plus $2,500 cash back. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
When you donate furniture, cabinets, and appliances to Habitat Restore, you make an impact on neighbors in your community. Profits generated from Restore sales help provide safe and secure housing for hardworking families across Dane County. Donate to make a difference today.
At Sarginians, we're flipping the floor buying experience. For nearly a century, we've been at the forefront of flooring trends. And now, we're stepping into a new era where technology meets style and decision-making is effortless. Experience the future of flooring at Sarginians today.
Want fresh air. You need the experts.
Right now at Felco, get free installation plus no interest for 6 years.
Call 866 for Felco.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We're back at 6:13 on a Monday morning after weeks of anticipation. Today is finally the day for the solar eclipse.
That's right, and while Madison's not in the path of totality, we are expected to see 90% of that eclipse today. So here's what you need to know. That eclipse will begin at 12:50 our time today. Maximum coverage will happen just over an hour later at 2:05. It's expected to last close to 4 minutes at its peak.
If you plan on taking in the sights, make sure you do so with the specifically designed Eclipse glasses. Otherwise, you may damage your eyes. These glasses are available for free at Warby Parker and some Madison Public Library locations. They can also be bought at UW-Madison's University Bookstore.
Kelly Slifka is out on the patio here at 6:13. We've been talking about those mild temperatures and the visibility outside today to see the eclipse, and it looks like things are kind of trending in our favor today, Kelly.
Yeah, we're actually looking better and better now of seeing some clearing during that eclipse, which will obviously be early this afternoon. So yeah, it looks like things are turning out pretty nice for us. The path of the eclipse is coming out of Mexico through Texas and right through the Ohio Valley. We had that storm system that brought us the rain yesterday. Right now, most of the clouds are lifting to the north. There is a potential that some of these rotate in, especially for western counties as we go into the afternoon hours. But right now, from Madison Madison area to the south. Looks like a pretty good opportunity of seeing that eclipse. And we get about 87% coverage. That occurs about 2:05 this afternoon. The path of the total eclipse will go from Texas right through the mid-Mississippi Valley, then the Ohio Valley. And right now, it looks like the best places for some clearing will be areas down in the south. But you can see the clearing here, the green area, good viewing from basically the Wisconsin River Valley down into northern Illinois. A little bit more solid cloud cover as you get up toward La Crosse and northwestern Wisconsin. Once again, that'll be occurring early this afternoon. We do have a wind out of the south. A lot of sunshine this morning. Noticing how some of these clouds roll into our western counties, though, as we get toward the noon hour. Basically, the Dells, Lone Rock area, then up to the north. A little bit thicker cloud cover, but here in Madison down toward Janesville and Monroe, then off to the east toward Watertown. Looks like a good viewing for that eclipse early this afternoon. And it's going to be mild, too. We're headed into the low to mid-60s after only being in the 40s yesterday. It is going to be breezy. We do have a southerly wind that'll be up there at 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's coming in and out of the south, and that's what's going to bring us some warmer temperatures today. Readings rising through the 50s, should be in the low 60s with the southerly wind up there at 10 to 20. So a breezy and milder day today. We are expecting a mix of clouds and sun today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Pretty dry start to the week. We do have a chance of some showers by Thursday, but in general, all week long, we're looking at above average temperatures as that system that brought some cool rains yesterday is lifting to our north and weakening. We'll get in, another system will come in Thursday, bring us a chance for some rain, and then very mild weather later in the weekend into much of next week. You can see the 6 to 10 day outlook keeps us above average across much of the nation's midsection to the east. 45 right now in Madison, 43 in Watertown, Janesville at 46, 43 in Lone Rock. Across Dane County is 42 in Perry, Mount Horeb 42, and 42 currently in Oregon. So with mild weather, 60s for the next several days, partly sunny skies right through Wednesday. There's our opportunity for some rain on Thursday as it cools down a little bit. But just in time, the weekend, it looks like mild weather will spread back into the area. Upper 60s Saturday, low 70s on Sunday before another round of some showers and storms early next week.
After generating more interest for women's basketball than anyone before her, Caitlin Clark's college career was going to come to an end yesterday one way or the other. Either Clark and Iowa would win their first ever championship, or South Carolina would finish an undefeated season with a national championship. And Clark, let me tell you, she got off to a nuclear start. Iowa leading by 8 halfway into the first, and Clark pulls up from Akron. Splash! What a shot! She had a tournament record 18 first quarter points and became the tournament's all-time leading scorer in the game. But by the fourth quarter, the script had flipped. South Carolina leads by 11, and Camila Cardoso came to play. Iowa had no answer for the 6'7" senior, who grabbed a career-high 17 rebounds and 15 points to go with it. South Carolina is crowned your national champion, finishing a perfect season at 38-0 and ending Caitlin Clark's magical college career. 87-75 is your final. Meanwhile, last night, the Bucks hosted the Knicks, trying to snap an ugly 3-game losing skid, and it was looking good early. Milwaukee up 7, and Brook Lopez, well, he turns defense into offense, stuffs Isaiah Hartenstein, and on the other end, Dame Lillard getting the pace going. Giannis flips it to Lopez, who finishes a saucy floater to put the Bucks up by 9 nearing half. But the Knicks, they would make it their night. Jalen Brunson finished with 43. His 4 30-point games against the Bucks this season are the most against Milwaukee since Allen Iverson in 2006. He gets the fadeaway to go, and the Knickerbockers take one in Milwaukee. The Bucks lose 122-109. Question for you. How do you feel about road trips? Because after yesterday, 14 of the next 17 Brewers games will be away from American Family Field. But yesterday, they played the Mariners. Of course, Seattle, managed by Scott Service, a native of Westby, Wisconsin, right outside of La Crosse, and the crew tied at 1s in the first. Sal Frelick says, let's make it 3-1. Sees a high and outside fastball and shoots it the other way. It would score a pair and start an outpouring of offense. Second inning, Milwaukee, we're still in the frame, leading 4-2. And how about Slick Willie? William Contreras with a 2-run bomb. He had a monstrous day at the dish, going 4 for 5 with a pair of home runs and driving in 5 of them. The Brewers win big. 12-4 is your final. Wisconsin softball with a rubber match of their own, trying to win the series against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. They came out swinging, though, did Rutgers. Third inning, Badgers already trailing 1-0. and you can kiss that one goodbye. Morgan Smith with the 2-run homer, and in the 4th, it was 4-0 Rutgers. The Badgers still looking for their first base runner. That'll fix that in a hurry. Skylar Serdashny, the senior for Wisconsin, hits her first homer of the season, but the solo shot, it just wouldn't quite be enough. It would be just one of Wisconsin's 2 hits on the day, spelling a 4-1 Rutgers win. That's your morning sports fix. Have a monumental Monday.
Well, we had the Women's National Championship yesterday.
And tonight, it's the men's turn to crown a champion, defending champs UConn. They beat Alabama over the weekend. Purdue took down NC State on Saturday. So it'll be the Huskies and the Boilermakers in tonight's final. You can watch on TBS. Tip-off is at 8:20.
So my bracket is not great, but I do have UConn winning it all. So there's still a chance to regain some points there.
Yeah. All
well,
right.
Coming up in trending, one town is drawing quite the crowd for the Eclipse.
And coming up in our next half hour, we're going to continue to build up to President Biden's visit to Madison today.
But first, as we head to break, a look at gas prices this morning. We're back after this.
Do something good with Charlotte DeLeste, only on News 3 Now.
Get an 11% rebate on your next painting project now at Menards. Pittsburgh Ultra Interior Paint and Primer in 1 provides a durable, washable finish. Grab a gallon of Ultra Interior Flat Paint for just $16.88 after 11% rebate. Give your room a grand finish with Pittsburgh Grand Distinction Interior Paint. It's a premium paint and primer with excellent durability and comes in over 700 one-coat colors. A gallon starts at $31.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Check this out, the newest fantasy game from DraftKings. Just pick between 2 and 6 players and choose if they're gonna have more or less of a stat. Then compete against others for cash prizes. It's that simple. Okay, let's try it. Do you want more Kevin Hart or less Kevin Hart now? No, don't answer that.
Download the Pick 6 app today and score up to $200 back in Pick 6 credits if you don't win your first pick set. The crown is yours.
What?
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
I was born with a heart defect. For most of my life, it was safe to monitor with regular checkups. When I was ready to start a family, we knew it was time to make my heart strong enough for pregnancy. I was nervous, but my team at UW Health specializes in complex procedures, so they knew how to help my heart keep up with my dreams. They had the expertise I needed when I needed it, and now I'm ready for the next adventure. UW Health. Remarkable.
Looking for fitness that fits your budget? Join Planet Fitness. Now through April 12th, you can save big when you join for $1 down and just $10 a month. Cancel anytime. That's almost 25% off your monthly membership. Get big fitness energy without the big investment. Never intimidating, always free fitness training. Equipment for every workout. Don't miss out. Join the judgment-free zone today and get energized for $1 down and $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 12th.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel. Get a house full of Window World windows for just $90 a month. That's 10 4000 Series award-winning windows, fully installed and warranted for life. Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
Window World.
We're back sharing Gwen's morning with you. Some lovely clouds there, catching the sunrise over the horizon. Appreciate that. Great picture, Gwen, as always. We love it every time you send it in. If you want to use the hashtag MyNews3Morning, post online, we'll find it and your picture might wind up on the air.
Let's see what's trending this morning. Of course, we're talking about the solar eclipse, and one Texas town is about to transform into a hot spot. Bandera, Texas, which is about an hour northwest of San Antonio, is in the middle of the path of totality. The town has a population of just 1,000 people, but they expect around 4,000 to visit for the occasion. Merchandise has already long sold out, and so too has available lodging.
That's pretty cool. This is these towns' moment to shine, right? Like, how often is this going to happen? This is a once in a lifetime kind of thing.
This will be something to see too when you think of a population of 1,000 and they're expecting 4,000 people to visit. I can only expect, you know, what it even looks like in that town today.
Yeah, this town is known as the cowboy capital. So they're gonna do it up down there in Texas today and across a lot of communities across the country. Little Rock, Indianapolis, a lot of big cities like that too getting in on the fun today. It's just so cool. I think this is something that can all bring us all together today and remind us all of, you know, that we're all humans. We're all spinning around on a big rock in the middle of space, and when something like this happens, it's pretty cool.
I got to see the last one when I was in Nebraska. It was in York, Nebraska. I traveled like 2 hours west of Omaha to see it, and it was so fun because you're right. You're in this moment. We're all in it together. It's kind of like a little break from reality in that sense.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now we just need Mother Nature to cooperate.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we need some clear skies to view that eclipse that we'll see about 90% of here in Madison, Kelly.
Yeah, the peak will be about 2 o'clock, just after 2 o'clock here in the Madison area. And we are calling for some sunshine now. It does look pretty decent viewing here in Madison and areas to the south. As you get up toward the Wisconsin River Valley, you may have to deal with some clouds. It's going to be breezy. Also mild with temperatures in the lower 60s today. Mild weather all week long. We do have a chance for some showers on Thursday, a pretty good chance. A little bit cooler then, but warming up for the weekend, upper 60s and low 70s.
All right, our coverage of the president's visit to Madison continues after this on News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We've all seen what's happening at our border. President Biden and Senator Baldwin's open border policy has brought more than 10 million illegal immigrants into our country. That's double the population of Wisconsin. Our country was already struggling to provide housing and health care to our citizens. And tragically, we're losing over 100,000 Americans a year to the drugs that pour over our open border. Their policy is wrong. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message, and I'll work to fix this problem.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U, get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Pre-shop the Madison Lighting Big Spring Sale now. Save on all lighting, every ceiling fan, mirror, and all home decor. Go for it. Pre-shop their spring sale and save 15% on everyday low prices. Better hurry.
We really need new siding.
After I get my windows. Have you tried opening ours?
We're not touching the windows until we redo the roof. It's leaking.
We are not redoing the roof without getting new gutters.
The gutters can wait till I get my bathtub.
We agreed on a shower for Mom.
But I thought...
Happy spouse, happy house.
Exactly.
Wait. For home improvement guaranteed to make everyone happy, everyone can agree on 1-800-HANSON's. Because our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters are all guaranteed for life. And our baths have a no-leak guarantee. With thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert, exceeding expectations for 35 years. Get 50% off professional installation, or no interest and no payments for 2 full years. Offer ends soon.
It's under.
Over.
Hey, happy spouse, happy house.
Call
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Enjoy a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
This morning, new information from the White House on what President Biden will speak about in Madison today.
A full breakdown of the plan and who will see relief.
And here's your first look outside this morning ahead of today's solar eclipse. Kelly's tracking the sun and clouds to see what kind of view we will have.
Yeah, we have cleared out this morning, and it's relatively mild. We're starting out in the 40s this morning. We'll take a look at the solar eclipse forecast coming up.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome into News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Brighter. A lot to talk about on this Monday. Of course, President Biden making his way here this morning, but also that solar eclipse, once in a few year possibility here.
Yeah, and we need Mother Nature to cooperate. You know, this is all great if we can see it.
If we can see it.
If we can see it. And Kelly's been telling us all morning that it's looking better and better as the sun comes up, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, I think of all those folks that went all the way to Texas thinking that would be clear, but unfortunately they're going to see a lot of cloud cover down there in South Texas. Dallas probably will see some sunshine. For us, we are seeing some clearing right now. It's taking place here in southern Wisconsin. The storm that brought us the rain yesterday is lifting to the north. There are some clouds here in northern Iowa that may rotate back into our southwestern counties a little bit later on this morning, but right now it looks like Madison areas to the south has a pretty good opportunity of seeing quite a bit of sunshine and therefore able to view the eclipse that occurs early this afternoon. In fact, actually our solar eclipse forecast in the green, that's indicating very good conditions. So basically from Madison, even areas to the north now, all the way down toward Janesville, Milwaukee. A little bit more cloud cover toward the Dells, but I would still expect partly sunny skies, so should be able to see a little bit of that eclipse areas to the northwest. 45 right now in Madison. Monona, 46. DeForest currently 45 degrees, so mild and breezy today. It will be rather breezy with those southerly winds at 10 to 20. A mix of some clouds and sun, a little bit more sunshine now. It looks like from Madison areas to the south, a little bit more cloud cover toward the Wisconsin River Valley. And we are looking at mild weather, not only today, but really for most of this week. So you can see some of these clouds rotating back in Iowa County, Mineral Point area, seeing some of those clouds, Lone Rock, the Dells. Looking at partly to mostly sunny skies here in Madison as we get toward that eclipse, and we'll be in the low to mid 60s today, so a very mild afternoon. We do have clear skies right now, 45 degrees, south winds at 7. That will continue to pick up. So a pretty nice afternoon as we start this work week. We'll see how long this mild weather lasts coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Now to our Campaign 2024 coverage this morning as President Biden makes his way to Madison this morning.
We now know his schedule for the day. The president will head to Wisconsin from the Philadelphia International Airport shortly after 10 a.m. our time. He'll then arrive at the Dane County Regional Airport at 11. Biden will talk about lowering costs for Americans in Madison at 12:15. He'll then leave for Chicago about an hour later at 1:15.
Just this morning, we're receiving new information about the student loan relief plan the president is announcing today. The Biden administration says the plan announced combined with the administration's past actions will provide relief for more than 30 million borrowers. The administration says this will provide significant relief to Black and Latino borrowers.
All right, let's get to those brand new details. The plans, if finalized, would deliver some amount of relief to borrowers who owe more than they did at the start of repayment, borrowers who are otherwise eligible for loan forgiveness but haven't applied yet, borrowers who first entered repayment many years ago, borrowers who enrolled in low finance value programs, and borrowers experiencing hardships paying those loans back. The plan would fully eliminate accrued interest for 23 million borrowers. It would cancel the full amount of student loan debt for more than 4 million borrowers. It would also provide 10 million borrowers with at least $5,000 in debt relief or more.
Again, if approved, millions of borrowers will see some sort of debt relief. The administration started working on the rule with the Education Department after the Supreme Court ruled against his previous plan, which would have provided billions in student loan relief. The campaign's hoping the announcement of this plan will energize younger voters.
Okay, let's get to our live team coverage now of the president's trip that begins this morning.
Shane Hogan is live at Dane County Regional Airport awaiting the president there this morning with what we can expect today. Shane, good morning to you.
Hey, Josh, Chris, good morning to you guys. Yeah, we are awaiting President Biden here live at Dane County Regional. We know he will be landing around 11 o'clock this morning. Now, this will be President Biden's third visit to Wisconsin this year. He was in Milwaukee back just in March, and it'll be the 10th visit to the state since being elected president. Biden is visiting counties that he and Democrats have had major success in. Back in 2020, Biden won Dane County with 76% of the vote and won Milwaukee County with 69% of the vote. So I asked the political expert why the Biden campaign continues to hit counties that he overwhelmingly won 4 years ago compared to more competitive areas of the state. One of those reasons, and exactly what this student loan debt could be targeting, minority voters.
And so Milwaukee and Madison are places where groups of voters who may be, and whose votes may be up for grabs, who could be persuadable, are concentrated. Most of the rest of the state, the assumption is that they're locked in. They're either Biden supporters or they're Trump supporters. Now that assumption may not be entirely true.
So of course we will see what the fallout is with this big student loan relief announcement does for those younger voters and minority voters, those demographics, key demographics for the Biden re-election campaign. Dr. Schwaber also says he expects things to really ramp up in the summer. Says it's still pretty early in the campaign between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Again, back out here live at Dane County Regional, we expect President Biden to land at about 11 a.m. We will have full team coverage throughout the day on air and online at channel3000.com. Chris, Josh?
Shane Hogan live at the Dane County Regional Airport this morning. Shane, thank you.
Of course, meantime, Republicans are trying to get their message out. In recent days, they've blasted President Biden for his border and economic policies. Donald Trump was just in Wisconsin last week holding a rally at the Resch Center in Green Bay during the primary. Tuesday's results saw 13% of GOP voters cast their ballots for Nikki Haley, who's been out of the race for a month. Here's what the Trump campaign's national press secretary had to say about the numbers on For the Record.
We're very confident that Republicans and independents and even disillusioned Democrats who realize we cannot have 4 more years of Joe Biden's policies will come back and vote for President Trump. We're reaching out to all Americans who want to make this country great again.
President Joe Biden's administration is making a profound difference, a profound impact on people all across Wisconsin. That's what folks ought to know. And that's in sharp contrast to what Donald Trump claims to have done for Wisconsin.
Hearing from both the Trump campaign and the Milwaukee mayor there, who is a Biden supporter. Last week's results also displayed the uphill battle for Biden among his own party. More than double the people who secured the presidency for Biden in 2020 voted uninstructed Tuesday. More than 48,000 votes were cast for uninstructed compared to the 20,000 that Biden won by in 2020.
Many of those voters chose uninstructed as a way to voice their dissatisfaction with the president's policy on Israel's war in Gaza. Today, local groups are preparing to protest Biden's visit with demonstrations. At 10:30 this morning, protesters will gather at Madison College at Anderson and Wright Streets for a rally. Several groups are sponsoring that event. Madison's Jewish Voice for Peace, UW Students for Justice in Palestine, and the World Beyond War Madison chapter. The World Beyond War says its demonstrators will be calling for ceasefires in both Gaza and Ukraine today, saying, quote, humans should negotiate to settle conflicts, not kill each other.
In response to the frustration about Biden's policy, Mark Pocan of Madison says that he plans to take those concerns directly to the president today. He says, I just want to make sure that he knows that if we're going to have a problem, that could be the problem in Wisconsin. Let's turn now to how the candidates are doing nationally in the polls.
The latest Marquette Law School poll shows a swing among independent voters. Comparing polling of registered voters from February to March, President Biden is up 10 percentage points among voters who identify as independent. Former President Trump is down 9 points. Trump also lost 5 points among Republicans. In that same poll for registered voters, both President Biden and former President Trump are both at 50%, margin of error of 4.3%. Among likely voters, it's 52 to 48 in favor of President Biden. The margin of error for that poll is 4.9%. These results include voters who initially said they would vote for someone else or would not vote. Remember, you can follow our team coverage of the president's visit all day long on News 3 Now and the free Channel 3000 mobile app. 6:38 this morning, women's basketball has a new champion. South Carolina beat the Iowa Hawkeyes yesterday 87-75.
The Gamecocks closing out a perfect season with a national title. Here's what players from both teams had to say, including outgoing Iowa senior Caitlin Clark on the future of women's basketball.
We have so much confidence with each other, so much love. We're going to sound like a broken record, but
it's love throughout this whole program, throughout this whole team, and we just genuinely love to be with each other. We genuinely want to see everyone succeed, and it's just been a great journey, and to cap it off like a perfect season is just a blessing.
When I think about women's basketball going forward, you know, obviously it's just going to continue to grow, whether it's at the WNBA level, whether it's at the college level. Like, everybody sees it, everybody knows, everybody sees the viewership numbers. When you're given an opportunity, women's sports just kind of thrives. And I think that's been the coolest part for me on this journey is just, you know, we start our season playing it.
All right, and tonight it's UConn taking on Purdue for the men's final. You can watch on TBS, TNT, True TV, or YouTube TV. That game starts at 8:20.
So much excitement this year, and I just love the support that has really, you know, gone up for women's sports, right? I mean, the ticket prices, the viewership, everything is just going up big time for that.
Yeah, it's huge, and it takes transcendent talent, a player like Caitlin Clark to do that, right? I mean, we saw this in the NBA in the 80s and early 90s when Michael Jordan came through, you know, Tiger Woods for golf. You know, it kind of feels like that where, I mean, when Tiger Woods was coming up, it's like that was the excitement before he, you know, before that. And it kind of feels like that this time. So I can't wait to see what Caitlin Clark can do in the WNBA.
Oh, this is only the start, too. I think that's what's so exciting.
Pretty cool.
All right, 6:40, let's check in with Kelly now on First Warn Weather.
Good morning, guys. We did clear out overnight and this morning. We are tracking some clouds off to our west. Will they affect the eclipse? We'll have that First Warn forecast coming up.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
After my son was born, I was having a hard time leaving him, only being able to see him once before going to work and then once before bed. That's just not enough time.
At my old job, my entire check went to daycare to pay to be away from my child. We bring our kids with us in the mornings and they ride with us on our routes and then they go to school.
I'm on a route where I'm the one dropping my kids off at school. It's been phenomenal.
Being able to bring them with me has been really great for our family.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel. Get a house full of Window World windows for just $90 a month. That's 10 4000 series award-winning windows, fully installed and warranted for life. Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Shop family-owned Brothers Maine for our large selection, low-price deals, and free delivery on top brands like Cafe, Hotpoint, and GE Appliances. From sales to install, we do it all. Feel great about your purchases. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
A young man suffers a fatal asthma attack when his insurance stops covering needed medications.
It's affecting lives and it's costing lives.
I'll show you how his parents are pushing for change that could help save lives.
It might be legal, but it's not right.
Tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
We warn you first. When winter made an April comeback, the First Warn Weather team kept you on top of the developing winter storm conditions. First with the information you need to be prepared. And stay safe. First Warn Weather. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Welcome back. Just about 6:44 on a Monday morning, and the countdown to the solar eclipse is officially on.
That's right. We're just a few hours away now from that rare sight. In Madison, we'll still see a show. We're going to see about 90% of the sun covered this afternoon. It's all going to begin at 12:51 this afternoon and last for about 2.5 hours, wrapping up at 3:19. Remember, it is not safe to look directly at the eclipse without those special glasses. Legit glasses should have this special number on them. 12312-2. The big question today is, will the clouds get in the way, though?
First warm weather's Kelly Slifka is out on the patio, keeping an eye on it for us. Kelly, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. We did clear out now here in southern Wisconsin in Madison. There are some clouds off to the west in Iowa. Some of those may be reaching our western counties as we go through later this morning into the afternoon, and that may block out some of that eclipse. But I think in Madison areas to the south, look pretty good viewing. All right, right now across the country, that storm that brought us rain yesterday is wrapping up, and that's what I expect. Some of these clouds on the back end of that storm system may wrap into southern areas of the state, and that could cause some viewing issues, especially as you get over toward Grant County near the Wisconsin River Valley. But right now, it looks like southern Wisconsin, we're kind of in that dry section, and that's why we are seeing the sunshine this morning. Expecting highs up to 63 today, so a mild Monday. 54 is our average. Sun now setting now at 7:33. So the eclipse stays down. The total eclipse stays down to our south, but you notice that green area now along the Wisconsin River Valley. Down to the south. That looks like good viewing. So once you get north of the Wisconsin River Valley, that's when you might start to see some clouds moving in, but I would expect all of southern Wisconsin at least seeing a mix of clouds and sun. Better viewing from Madison down toward Janesville, then off to the east toward Watertown and Milwaukee. So we'll track these clouds. Now we're in the 40s this morning. We do have clearing. Some of these clouds rotating back in right along the Wisconsin River Valley areas to the north. And may even see some showers toward La Crosse. But Madison down toward Janesville, down toward Monroe, and then off to the east toward Watertown and Jefferson County as well, seeing quite a bit of sunshine. We're in the low to mid 60s today, so a nice day. It's just going to be a little bit breezy with these southerly winds that will pick up throughout the morning hours out of the south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's what's going to bring us some mild temperatures today. Well, nothing like what we saw a week ago. Remember this? We got all that snow. Thanks for sending this in. Hadley and Porter, a couple nice snowmen. I'm sure they're probably pretty much history now with the milder temperatures that we have had over the weekend, and that will continue. Actually milder, expecting temperatures in the low 60s today. Mix of clouds and sun, more sunshine. Madison areas to the south, a little bit more cloud cover to the northwest. Mild weather will continue all week long with temperatures above average as that system that brought some cool range yesterday lifts up to the north. We've got some mild weather up until about Thursday. Another system comes in from the south, brings us a pretty good shot for some rain, a little bit cooler toward the end of the week. But then the weekend, everything's coming in pretty nice. We're looking at southerly winds returning in upper 60s and low 70s by the weekend. So well above our average, which generally is in the mid to upper 50s. 45 right now in Madison, 46 in Janesville. The Dells at 45, 43 in Watertown. Right now in Sun Prairie, 41, Cottage Grove, 41, and 42 currently in Sauk City. First warm forecast, looking at partly sunny skies today, breezy but mild, 63, 62 tomorrow. There's that chance for some showers, a pretty good chance of some rain Thursday as we cool down a little bit. We rebound quickly, upper 60s Saturday, low 70s Sunday. Looks like a really nice weekend headed our way.
All right, Kelly, thank you. 6:47. It's that time of year when yard sales and flea markets spring up, or at least they used to. Nowadays, much of that secondhand selling has moved online year-round to sites such as Facebook Marketplace. They can be convenient places to find great deals, but as Consumer Reports explains, there are some safety steps you need to take before you meet up to finalize an online sale. Here's Shane Hogan.
People buy all kinds of stuff from their neighbors on Facebook.
I actually have bought a car on Facebook Marketplace.
And while buying a car from a stranger might not typically be recommended, Michelle Concha had done her homework.
Because we had people in common in the area that I felt actually more secure about buying the car from that person.
But along with getting a good deal using social media, you can also get scammed. Consumers have lost more than $2.7 billion to social media scams since 2021. Some scammers lurking on Facebook Marketplace aren't after your money, they want your data. Tip number 1. Never share your personal information like your address, email, or phone number. Only communicate through Facebook Messenger. Tip number 2. Think about where this sale will take place. Meet in a public, well-lit area and never give away your home address. Consider a police station. Some even have a designated parking spot where marketplace meetups are watched by security cameras. And tip number 3. never exchange cash. Facebook Marketplace recommends a secure person-to-person payment method. But even with those, Consumer Reports says you should still take care to prevent payment mistakes.
You always want to make sure that you're sending money to the right person before you send the full amount. So here's one tip. Send a $1 test payment first, and then make sure that that person received it.
And for large purchases, something like that car Michelle bought, pay the old-fashioned way and get a cashier's check. Peace of mind to secure your purchase and your safety.
Shane Hogan reporting. One other warning about secondhand sales. Consumer Reports says do not buy a used infant or child car seat.
Yeah, you won't know if the seat's been involved in a crash or not, and if the labels and instruction are missing. You can't easily check for recalls or the seat's expiration date. 6:49 now. Madison prepares for the president today.
That and the rest of the day's top headlines are next in the morning sprint.
We got a birthday to celebrate today. We want to wish you a happy 3rd birthday to Lawson. Happy birthday, buddy. Have a great one.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
When you feel protected under our roof, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Get solar and get saving with Olsen Solar Energy in the Madison area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olsen Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you or give us a call and ask us about our Earth Day promo.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too.
And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other.
That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Hi, my name is David. I've been working hard and not giving up since I was a kid. And I bring that same spirit to Gruber Law Offices. We are fighters, scrappy but respectful, pushing hard for our clients. We know how to win, and we're not afraid to get back up after taking a hit, advocating for the underdog and pursuing justice. We are just warming up, and we're ready to continue serving Wisconsin with all we've got. One call, that's all.
I'm at Bob's with our trending Montana dining set.
And I'm live with the Ortegas, checking out a similar looking set they bought at a national retailer. It's got the same farmhouse style with storage drawers.
But the Montana collection comes with your choice of 4 chairs and a storage bench, or 6 chairs, 2 finishes, and dining or counter height for just $9.99 every day.
Theirs cost more, and they charge you for options like that.
Good one, Dad.
When the looks you love go for less, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Why won't you? Want fresh air.
Hun!
You need the experts. The home renewal experts at Belco will make your project a breeze with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 6 years. Free installation won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feltco. I won't cry.
When you feel protected under our roof, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
It's the great Midwest Horse Fair.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
We start live with Shane Hogan at the Dane County Regional Airport.
Hey, Chris and Josh, we are waiting for President Biden, who is expected to land here at Dane County Regional at about 11 o'clock later this morning. We know the president will be talking about student debt relief. The administration just releasing new information this morning about who could qualify for that relief, especially among Black and Latino demographics there. The president will be making his third stop to Wisconsin today. We will have team coverage throughout the day on air and online at channel3000.com. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Shane. New this morning, 5 people are dead after a head-on crash in Columbia County. This happened late Sunday morning on Highway 60 near Reynolds Road. A car headed east crossed the center line and struck a pickup head-on. 4 people died at the scene. A 5th died at the hospital. The sheriff's office is still investigating.
Upon President Biden's visit today, several protests will be happening in Madison. Local groups will be holding rallies. Jewish Voice for Peace, Students for Justice in Palestine, and World Beyond War will be at Madison College at 10:30 this morning. World Beyond War says demonstrators will call for a ceasefire in Gaza and Ukraine, stating, quote, humans should negotiate to settle conflict, not kill each other.
U.S. officials say a strike from Iran might be in the works. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the U.S. is prepared to respond swiftly. The danger comes after Israel struck an Iranian consulate in Syria last week. Now, Israel says it's preparing to deal with Iran offensively, Iran offensively and defensively. The Biden administration says if Iran attacks Israel directly, it almost guarantees a regional conflict.
Former President Trump's campaign says it raised $50.5 million on Saturday as his campaign works to catch up with President Biden and the Democratic Party. The event took place at the Palm Beach home of billionaire investor John Paulson and now sets a new single event fundraising record.
The FAA is investigating after an engine cover fell off of a Boeing 737-800. It happened mid-flight. The plane did return safely after 35 minutes in the air, but take a look at this video. We can report this morning that no one was hurt. This all comes as Boeing's seen multiple incidents throughout the year concerning its plane safety. That includes a door plug that blew out in January.
All right, good morning. Coming up at 7 o'clock on a milder start to the morning, we do have some sunshine across southern Wisconsin. Expecting some clouds to stream into our western counties as we get toward the noon hour. But I would expect a good viewing for the eclipse from Madison areas to the south toward the Illinois border and even up to the north. Just partly sunny skies up toward the Wisconsin River Valley this afternoon. Peak viewing, the eclipse will be just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. Should be in the low 60s. It's going to be breezy today with southerly winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, but that's what's going to warm us up. Into the lower 60s today, and it looks like the mild weather continues tomorrow into Wednesday. We do have a system that will bring us some showers on Thursday and very mild for the weekend. Low 70s Sunday.
Nice to see these temperatures returning again. Thanks, Kelly. Have a great day.